Hello everybody, this is Thannus here, and today we're back in Super Mario Odyssey. In the last episode, we completed the Moon Kingdom, and today we are back on the dark side. This time, we're going to be working on some of the hardest moons in the entire game. So, our first destination is going to be, this pipe right here. We're going to be going ahead and going on in, assuming I can actually land the jump. Having difficulty before we even start. So the way things are going to go in this episode is I'm going to be going ahead and just recording the best take of each episode, or of each level. And once I have a good take, that's when I will go ahead and cut to it. Now this Yoshi level isn't really a difficult one, so I won't have too much trouble with it, but I will see you guys at the successful take regardless. Now, we already have some apples gained, so we're just going to have to wait to get the rest of them. I believe if we go back here... Uh-oh. Okay. We gotta get Yoshi again, because they decided to be cheeky and put these here. How are we supposed to get him up here? Pardon? Oh, wait, using his tongue. Okay, so let's go ahead and just bounce back up on top of here. Oh, shoot. Okay, gotta be careful where I'm jumping. Alright. We got across. Now we just gotta make our way over here. Make sure not to, step on the, acid, I guess. We got our first moon. I'm assuming if we get the rest of the apples, we'll go ahead and get our next moon, but I'm not 100% sure. He's being a dumb boy. Alright, got the second moon. Very nice, if I do say so myself. I believe that's all of the moons in this level, so let's just go ahead and, head on out of here. Alright, I don't need you anymore, Yoshi. You're old news. Mario World no more. Goodbye. Yoshi is where our friendship ends. Alright, so there's actually a lot of hint art throughout this entire thing. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look of each hint art picture. Show up for a good little bit. And once we have all the hint art, we will be able to go to each of the worlds that they're in and get the moons that they are basically used by. And this should be our last piece of hint art right here, I believe. Alright. And now we'll see you guys at the next world. Once again, I'll be doing the final successful take. I'm not going to be recording any of the other takes. So here we have another Yoshi level. What we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to just, once again, just grab all the fruit that we can. The thing about this level is that the lava will actually start rising the higher up we go. So we actually have to be careful about that. Thankfully, the state of the fruit will persist every time we die, so we can basically just make it on this level certain amounts and keep at it without losing our progress, really. Well, we lose our physical progress, but in terms of fruit, we don't have to eat those that we haven't already eaten. We just have to be careful when we go ahead and turn on our tongue, because doing it too early can cause us to lose progress. Ah! I don't think going up as Mario is going to benefit us in any way. Alright. Welp. I'll see you guys once we eat all the food, and then I'll just see you guys once we have both moons. Alright, got the first set of fruit, so we have our first moon here. If we go ahead and keep going up, we should be able to get our second moon. So, just go ahead and Oh, barely got that moon. Alright, I'll see you guys at the second moon, which is the second set of Yoshi fruit. Okay, so we've gone ahead and made it back across. We just need, I believe, these last two fruit right here next to the pipe. Let's go ahead and grab both of those, and we have our moon in this area. Very nice. I will see you guys at the next moon. So right here we have another set of hint art, right? Just right here. Looks like it's part of the Snow Kingdom. Anyway, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna go ahead and go inside this room right here. Now, this is not a timer challenge. It is actually a very frustrating thing that we have to do here. We have to make our way across here without a hat. This is actually probably my least favorite of these, because you can start losing health very quickly. The best idea is to try and get the rocks in the piranha plant's mouth. But if you're unable to do that, you're going to be out of luck, because that is the only way to really effectively get rid of them quickly, because otherwise you risk stepping in the puddles. So, the two moons are in the same exact spots. They are found the same exact way. Kill the big piranha plants and get to the chest in the side room. Otherwise, the only difference is you don't have a hat. So, keep that in mind. So real quick, we're actually on this barely visible edge right here. And what we want to do is we want to just book it over to this side room here. We're going to go ahead and grab the moon. And, yeah, that'll actually recharge our health, and we can go ahead and make it back to the big piranha plants in a second. We will have to make our way back onto this ledge right here. Oh, we just barely missed falling into the goop, too. That's good. There's a very good trick called a side somersault that I've found out how to utilize. So I've defeated all three, and I have the moon. Finally, that took forever. I had to do a separate recording, like I said, because the video or the audio messed up. But this itself took like 16 minutes to do. It was not fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys at the next moon. Like I said, I'm only gonna keep the successful takes in, so if it's not a good take, then I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. I'm gonna real quick just save, because I have no desire to do that again at all. Alright. So now I just saved it a second time. Well, better safe than sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and go in this pipe now. Let's see what it is. Ah. Looks familiar. So we're going to go ahead and see what this moon entails. Doesn't look like this one's really too difficult, but I will go ahead and just try to make my way through anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make my way up here as Yoshi. It looks like they want us to... I'm just going to wall jump this. Not too difficult. That one up there might be a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to not wall jump that way. That way's not going to work. I'm going to go ahead and just wall jump this way up here with Yoshi. Oh, I guess that works better. I don't even have to do the jump itself. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and just ground pound here. It should not be anything other than coins. Now I believe we can go ahead and grab both of those. So that's our first moon. So if we can actually go ahead and get our second moon in just a moment. I don't know why there are so many Yoshi moons. This is kind of weird. I guess the dark side really likes its Yoshi, huh? Alright, so do we have any moons down, or fruit down here? It appears not, so we're going to go ahead and just head back up. Alright, got that fruit right there. Now we're going to want to head up a second time, just so we can go ahead and make our way up. So just a wall jump up here with Yoshi again. And now we want to make our way over here. Oh! Barely made that. Let's go ahead and grab both of these. Real quick, I am going to go ahead and get rid of this Sherm. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab these with Yoshi. There are 2 fruit down here we can go ahead and grab. Let's go ahead and do that. And I believe there should only be about 4 fruit left. Why did I get out of Yoshi? Alright. So let's go ahead and go up here again. Okay, what just happened? Great. Okay, we're up again. And let's go ahead and make our way through this whole area. Get rid of, or just avoid that guy, I guess. We have 3 fruit up here, so we're going to go ahead and just jump across here, grab all 3 of these fruit. And I believe there are these 3 right here that we can go ahead and try grabbing. We're doing like a pseudo wall jump here. But not a very good one, apparently, because we did not really gain any height there. Oh, got it. Alright, that's our last moon of this area, so let's go ahead and make our way out of here, and we will be done with this area. Alright, just jump on out of there, and we have our pipe over here. But I actually do want to go ahead and take my photo real quick, so let's go ahead and capture Yoshi one more time. And just have our... Where is it? Where does his eyes just sorta disappear. Okay, and then sharpen, rotate, and zoom. Alright, that's a good photo for today's episode, I suppose. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here. I'm going to get to this pipe. And down we go. Alright. So those are those 2 moons. I believe right now we have 10 of 24 moons, so we have 14 left. Some of those are arc moons, so keep that in mind. So that's more about 5 moons left, I'd say. I believe there's at least 1 more arc moon that we can go ahead and get. So actually, yeah, it's right here. So let's go ahead and look at this just real quick. Alright, now let's go ahead and look for the next area we can enter. I believe it's... Oh, got another art moon here. Looks like a lot of them are art moons, actually. My god. Okay. Got another one here. That is a lot of art moons. Here's another one. Alright. Art moons from almost every kingdom, it seems like. And we actually have an 8-bit sprite of Rosalina there that we can go ahead and get. And I believe, other than this next area that we're going to go in, that's the... Oh, the rest of them are just art moons. So, let's go ahead and make our way in here. And I think I know what this one is. I'm not 100% sure, though. Ah, yep. So remember how I told you guys about this one where instead of the bike you would have to roll? Here it is. So... just keep that in mind while you make your way through this one. It's still not a very difficult moon as long as you know which way you're going, because the controls for jumping are about the same as... or the controls for the bike are about the same as the controls for rolling, as in terms of sensitivity. So what I'm going to go ahead and do... I'm just going to make my way up here, but not that slowly. That's not a good idea. Don't go that slowly. Okay. Okay, I made it across again. My goal is to make it across this area here. Just get to the moon. Oh, barely got the moon. Okay. To make it cross these sherms. Roll out of here. And make it to the moon just below. Okay. This was not a fun moon. Okay, so we have moons 1, 2. Oh, there's actually 2 moons we missed. But other than that, the rest of them are art ones. So let's go ahead and see where those are. I'll see you there. The entrance to the last moon is actually near the Odyssey, so we're going to go ahead and go in this door. And, this moon is probably regarded as the hardest moon in the entire game. Except for maybe the moon on the darker side, or darkest, whatever you want to call it. So, and no, by the way, I'm not actually talking about the moon I was just trying to do. So basically, once we get across here, we'll find a key, and it is efficient to get both moons done in one go. However, it's not required. If you want to do it the other way around, you very much can well do so. However, there's a reason. You gotta just... So at the bottom there is a thing you have to do. You have to do several consecutive long jumps. You can't roll. You have to just repeatedly tap A. You have to make sure you keep going forward. And you have to... It's a very difficult moon. It's hard to execute. It's hard to time. Unless you're a speedrunner with, like, years of practice. Possibly months if you're just a quick learner. But for people like me who have no patience, it's going to be a very tough moon. So what I am going to do is I'm actually going to go back and grab the first moon, and then I'm going to get the harder moon done, because I don't like torturing myself. Oh, I made it! Holy cow, I made it! That was only like the 5th try. How did that happen? Oh my god. That's the hardest moon in the game, and I did like the 5th try. I'm actually proud of that. It took me like 30 tries when I did it in my personal playthrough, so I'm glad that I actually took so less time on recording. I'm not gonna go ahead. I can actually probably go ahead and post a full video of this eventually, but for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. That is the video. So anyway, now I will see you guys at each of the art moons. So, first one's first, I guess. So our first moon is in the Cascade Kingdom. You want to go to the Fossil Falls Heights, and once you're there, you're actually going to want to go across the bridge. So we're going to go ahead and do that once we get there real quick. And what we want to do is we now want to go ahead and go across here, I believe. I think it's somewhere over here. If it's not, then I'm going to be horribly wrong. But anyway, I believe if you go up here, you can go ahead and ground pound here. No. Is it this one? It is not. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so this is our first art moon, found with Dark Side Art 1. I will now see you guys at the second art moon. Alright, so now in the Metro Kingdom, you're actually going to want to go ahead and warp to the heliport. There's actually a spot on the ground where we can go ahead and ground pound right over here, and that will actually give us a moon. So if we go ahead and just grab this real quick, we'll see we have Dark Side Art number 2. I'll see you guys at the next moon. So our next moon is actually here in the Mushroom Kingdom. If we go ahead and go over here, I believe we can go ahead and ground pound it on, I believe it's just right here. Or not, okay. Oh, it's over on the other side. We go ahead and ground pound just here. We can go ahead and grab this moon right here. That's Dark Side Art number 3. Now while we're in the Mushroom Kingdom, we're actually going to go ahead and get some more Toadette moons. I believe we are able to get the rest of them now. I'm not 100% sure. I know we can get Fashion Icon and Hat Icon. I think the other one was Art Investigator. We need one more moon of that, so actually we can't go ahead and get that yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get the other ones first. So while we're here, might as well do that. Alright, Toadette, you have 2 moons for me, I'm aware. Alright, Hat Icon, there's our first one. And our second one should be Fashion Maven, as far as I'm aware. Alright, give it to me, please. Or just Fashion Icon, not Maven. Alright. So we have one more moon for Toadette to give us. And we will be able to do that right after we get our last art moon. So I will see you guys at that moon. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and go over to the Cloud Kingdom, and we're looking for a very specific spot on the ground. It should be this one, I believe. If we go ahead and ground pound right there, there is our moon. Very nice. It's Darkside 8, number 4, in the Cloud Kingdom. I'll see you guys at the next moon. Alright, so that's my bad. It's actually outside of the race course. So we're going to go ahead and just make our way up on top of this signpost. And now if we go ahead and ground pound, we'll go ahead and grab the moon. Darkside 8, number 5. Art. I keep saying I don't know why. And I will see you guys at the next moon. Bye-bye. Alright, so in the Seaside Kingdom, you can actually go ahead and make your way east of the Odyssey, I believe. And if you go ahead and swim through this area here, you can actually go ahead and reach these two pillars on the very far end. And once we reach them, you can actually go ahead and ground pound in them. So if you just go ahead and do that just now, we have ourselves our moon. Bada bing, bada boom. I'll see you guys in the next one. So now I can't speak. Now if we go ahead and go to the Lost Kingdom, we should be able to find our next moon. It is actually somewhere in this lower area here. We just have to find the right area. Now if we could see in the hint art, there was actually a shadow. And it should be this spot right here. So if you go ahead and ground pound here, you will find yourself your moon. There we are. Darkside Art number 7. I will see you guys at the next one. So now in the Luncheon Kingdom, you're actually going to want to go ahead and go over this way. So if we just hop over these fruits real quick, we can actually go ahead and head back here. And right about where this can is, we can go ahead and ground pound, and we should find our moon right there. Would you look at that? Darkside Art number 8. Now we're going to go ahead and head back to Odyssey, and I'll see you guys at the next moon. Now at the Lake Kingdom, you can actually go ahead and warp to the Water Plaza display window. And if we go ahead and head on down, we should be able to go ahead and ground pound in between this broken pillar and this large pillar. And if we ground pound there, we should find a moon. Alright, Darkside Art number 9. I'll see you guys at the next one. Alright, now we're in the Ruin Kingdom, and what we want to do is we actually just want to go not very far from the Odyssey, right around this area. And we just want to go ahead and ground pound right here. Our moon should go ahead and sprout up, and we're going to go ahead and grab it. That's Darkside Art number 10, which should be, if I remember correctly, the last moon of the dark side. Yes, it very much is. So let's go ahead and register it to the Odyssey, and now I'll see you guys at the Mushroom Kingdom once more to get our last moon from Toadette. So now that we're in Peach's Castle, we're going to go ahead and roll up these stairs, and let's go ahead and speak to Toadette. Alright, we've achieved everything that there is to achieve, and now we've received the Art Investigator Moon. It's the very last one that she has. We go ahead and pick it up, and we are completely done with the Mushroom Kingdom's moons now. She no longer has any more moons for us, don't bother asking her. Which means, we now also have all of the moons that can be normally obtained, aside from the ones in the darker side. Now, you might be wondering, what about the moons? I thought we could obtain more than 880 moons, because the moon in the darker side is a triple moon. My answer to that is yes, you can. If you go ahead and actually go to a shop, I don't have any coins right now, but I'm going to go ahead and just show you. If you go ahead and go to a shop, you will actually find that they are selling moons. And you can buy as many of them as you want, as far as I'm aware. So, see, they're all worth 100 coins. And you can buy multiples. Now, the total of moons you can get is 999 moons. And what you can do once you have this amount of moons is there's something you can obtain after you beat the game again. So, my next goal off-screen is I'm going to go ahead and save up enough money for those moons. I'm going to go ahead and buy as many of them as possible. And then next episode we will be focusing on the last moon of the game, the one in the darker side. I will see you guys then.